Oh, this is a sad day. Very sad day.
I'm such a lovely boy.
Yes, this is the last show of Conformity Antidote.
Yes.
And as you can see up here, we started in December 27th of 2017, and we're ending. So basically, a year and a half later, or 2.5 years later, we are done. Not to be resuscitated. All right, that's enough.
I know, it's making me really sad.
Yes.
So sad.
Well, thanks for joining us on our very last show. Let me actually log into our chat here.
See if anybody's watching our last show. They better be.
They probably are, because they're like, thank goodness.
I know, get off. Piss off!
You two so good. Surprised it took you two this long to get the hell off this.
Yeah, I remember. It's like we started off. It was such humble beginnings, up in a little hole in the wall, doing a little podcast.
Humble was putting it lightly.
I know. doing a podcast, which was like, looking back on it, was like, woof.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah,
it was.
But
bad.
we trudged through it. I think every show we just kept getting a little better, a little better, a little better.
We did,
and then we hit the video revolution. And then we added little visuals with our sound,
and that's when the ratings started going
really down. We were like getting an audience with our podcast, and all of a sudden it was just like, as soon as they saw us, they were like, "Oh, let's go, let's take off." So
yeah, and it's I don't know, it's bittersweet.
Yeah, because it's like this part of the show is ending. This show is ending. We're putting it out the pasture, but from it, new blooms. Yes.
All right, it's enough of that.
There's like new blooms that are coming out of the ground. For different. We're growing.
Kind of like tulips. Yeah. Tulip bulbs out of manure.
Yes. You got that right. Out of manure too. Or is that mushrooms growing up? Mushrooms coming up out of poop.
Yeah, we're like mushrooms.
Yeah, we are.
Kept in the dirt and fed crap.
You got that right.
Woo! Well, thanks for joining us. It is our last show. It's the last show of Conformity Antidote. It's the last show of this format.
Yes.
And last show, I guess, of this. I don't know what you call it. How we will approach topics or whatever else. It's from our next show is going to be completely different. And if anybody has not seen the video, which you should have, if you haven't lived under a rock, and the new show is going to be called Return to Bedlam. Look it up if you don't know what Bedlam means. And it's going to have a little more of a darker side.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a little, it's not like, really.
No.
It's not
it's
like.
It's going to be a little scary.
Well, that's very nice. I don't know if that's nice or not. You are fun guys, she says.
We are fun, yes.
Yes.
We appreciate that.
You are fun guys.
In the road ahead. Okay. But anyway, so what we decided to do for our last show is we were going to revisit some of our favorite little bits and topics.
Little tidbits.
And there's Debbie. Is a little mushroom.
Oh yes.
She loves mushrooms, so she must love us.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you. We're like that special kind of mushroom. That,
the one you can't eat.
Or you do eat and you end up like off on another planet. Next thing you know, you're waking up in the middle of nowhere with all your clothes gone.
Yeah. Like in the middle of the interstate, buck naked riding a pogo stick. But anyway, so what we decided to do is, like I said, do some of our some of our favorite little bits. And we won't revisit everything and everything about it, but we're just going to go through it and
bring up a favorite parts.
Yeah.
Some of it, little bit. Yes.
Yes. So you know what? So there's no news this show.
Well, yeah. We just hope everybody had a happy July 4th yesterday.
Yes.
It's I don't know. It's pretty much all over the U.S. It's hot. It's a little steamy out there. Yes. You sat outside for a long period of time. There's a little cooking. A lot of cooking going on.
Just burst up and burst into flames.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's stupid hot out there, and I think we missed spring. I think we went like kind of. Well, I guess winter was kind of spring because it wasn't hot.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah, we didn't have
cold.
a winter. Yeah, so it's just
I don't know.
strange.
Anyway,
it's strange.
So
I hate
anyway,
2020.
Yeah, 2020 needs to
Yes.
hit the bricks.
Yes.
And well, you know what? Unfortunately, I don't think the stupidity is going to stop
No.
in 2021. But anyway.
No, it's not. But
Anyway, so no news. So we're just gonna go right into some of our favorite beats.
we're gonna go diving in.
Yeah, dive. We both feet.
Yes, with both feet.
Why they say you with both feet? Because you don't dive with your feet
Well, yeah.
unless you're a cliff diver. Then you go feet.
Right.
Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that,
I
but
don't know.
anyway. Okay. Oh.
What?
So our very first topic is, if anybody remembers, this was probably a good year and a half ago, when probably maybe even a little bit longer than that, when we received some of the letters to Oprah that some of the people in some of the underprivileged countries wrote to Oprah. One we thought about was the lovely people of China, who were having some issues with, I don't know, what would you say, work hours and whatnot.
Yes.
And they were, they were choosing to, that's what it was for. Is this one. Jump off the building.
Don't do it! Oh, there he goes.
But thanks to Oprah,
Yes.
who, as you can see here, there's nets right here to keep people from, unless you're, I tell you what, unless you're like an athlete and you could jump past these nets, because if you look right in the middle here, there's an open spot.
Right.
But anyway, so a lovely Chinese man sent a letter to Oprah, thanking her for buying the nets, because he did want to end it one day, and he jumped in and didn't know the nets were there, and the nets caught him. Now, and what?
Well, they didn't go bang because they caught him.
That's when it shot him back up.
That bear. Shot back up to the top.
Anyway, so he wrote a letter, and he's like, and so she saved his life.
Yes.
Unfortunately for the young man, the Chinese police, they got a hold of him and basically beat the shit out of him.
He probably would have been better off if the nets weren't there.
Unfortunately, he had a little bit of a. Oh, thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, yes. Oh, can I have another? Oh, yes. Thank you.
So anyway, he thanked Oprah for the nets, and which I think Oprah bought at a great expense to her. Now, you see, just because she has money, just because she has money doesn't mean that she just has money just to throw around, because all the nets that she bought them for 2 whole buildings. Cost her, and actually she bought them in China. They don't really ended up costing her $29.95 a piece.
And then she called, and because she called within the 30 minutes, she got 2 for $29. All she had to do was pay
Shipping and handling. So letters to Oprah. So if you go back and listen to it, actually you can't go back because we stopped our Podbean.
Well, Podbean is no longer.
It's no longer, because we had to keep paying to keep it going, and that's where all our what you call them were. recordings.
Yeah, recording store. Yeah, we didn't have any on our website, did we? Did we? No.
Well, we did. Well, we did, but it went back.
Right.
It
was all Podbean.
So unfortunately, we can't revisit that.
Yeah, because then you could have also went back and looked and realized that Oprah needed to save some money for her chocolate spray.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, she's got chocolate spray.
And
well, if you look at it, we're not going to current events.
Yes.
But apparently, she's being subpoenaed.
Oh, really? By him?
By a court, because apparently there has been some major sexual abuse going on in the school, the girls' school that she founded in South Africa.
Oh.
So let me just explain. Let me just say something about this real quick. People, if you're going to put your name on something, you at least have to have, I mean, she's got money out the ass. At least have some money that you can, put forward so you have security and make sure things are running correctly.
Right. Vetting the people that are running the show.
I mean, I'm just saying. If you're going to put your name on it,
right,
at least spend a couple extra dollars to make sure that everything's running smoothly. That's all I'm saying. Yes. You just don't slap your name on it, give them a check for $10,000, and you walk away.
Yeah, because
that's probably how much that school costs.
Sometime down the road, that's terrible. Sometime down the road, it could it could cost you in the long run.
Yep.
Oh my! I wanted to set up this lovely lovely resort town to bring your families down to, and it's the caretaker of the place is a wonderful gentleman. I think his last name is Epstein.
Oh, good. Very nice. He even brings the people. He even no cost to me. He brings them on his own private plane.
Oh yeah, well he's got in this very lovely young woman who just brings all these girls down. I don't know where she gets them from.
I think they're trying to teach them how to be little ladies. And they have probably a tea room. Yes, I know.
Yeah, you have a tea room, all right.
All right. Anyway, so thanks to Oprah for that. But you concentrated on the Chinese with the nets, but you kind of turned your back a little bit on the South African girls' school. So,
but let's not forget.
Yes. What have we done?
What is one thing about Oprah?
She loves bread.
Yes.
And I guarantee you, those young ladies at that school had all the bread they could eat.
They had a bunch of loaves.
Mm-hmm. I like a pinch one myself.
I thought you just did.
I did. Yes, I did do that. All right. Moving on.
See, you can tell this is the last show.
Oh, it's the last show. You know what? I feel like Ricky Gervais. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Screw it.
But it's my last time. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's Miss Vivian. Hello, Miss Vivian.
I think she insulted us.
What'd she say?
It's a little pile of poo.
Oh, she did. She's like, hey to all my favorite shits. I like it.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, and you notice I'm wearing my Conformity Antidote T-shirt.
Yes.
Then
That is a collector's item. That
we still have it for sale.
I guarantee it's worth $1.
$1.
$1 if it was worth a penny.
Yes, and we got it for sale for $8. Yes, it is still. I did still see that on the new website.
I'm gonna take that down.
To shop. Well,
yeah,
anyway.
we're just gonna use them for snot rags. All right, anyway,
to clean the car.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, moving on.
Next story.
Oh, there we go.
Who it is.
Oh, hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hello.
So here we have the Honorable Marion Barry, the wonderful former living mayor. That's terrible.
Yes.
You know what? Let's just. I don't know. Yeah. He's a piece of shit. Anyway, the former mayor of Washington, D.C., and they erected a statue of him in honor of the wonderful Mayor Barry, who was basically lost his job because he was he was smoking crack.
Oh, that's right. He was smoking.
He was smoking crack in a room with a bitch that set him up.
See, that hooker.
That hooker. Bitch set me up.
I'm gonna get you, bitch.
So apparently, well, not apparently. So he was caught in a room, in a hotel room, and it was really nasty. It wasn't like really, where you want to spend a little bit of money on as far as a hotel room.
Well,
it was a little skanky. I don't know if it's by the hour. Anyway, well, she was working for the feds, and anyway, they got him on video smoking crack, this, that, and the other. And I can tell you though, it wasn't like he was drunk, passed out, and she stuck the pipe in his mouth. He went.
He was going.
He went right for it.
Well, they have. If anybody out there watches a videotape, and I'm sure it's still available on YouTube, you can go there. And I mean, he's puffing away on that pipe. He's smoking that thing like it was like no tomorrow.
It was like his last breath of air was in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so the cops come in, busted him, and as they're like got him in cuffs and lead him out the door, he's like, "Bitch, set me up." So anyway,
he goes away to federal pen
in honor of that very moment. Oh yeah. Then he came out and ran for mayor again
and got reelected
and won
by the good people. No, actually, no, he did.
No, he ran. He won.
Did he get reelected for mayor? I know he got councilman. I know he got councilman in Ward 8 or whatever.
That was afterwards.
Okay,
that was after his second term.
All right.
So, so then they erected a statue in honor of Marion Barry at I think the expense was, if I'm not mistaken, $250,000.
And this was the shot of this was him being released from the federal penitentiary, waving to everybody.
So the funny thing is, if anybody's ever been to D.C., all right, especially, and I'm not talking about the touristy part, I'm talking about just the other parts, $250,000 could have gone a long way in D.C. because they couldn't even keep the schools open from before.
Right.
This is before COVID. They couldn't keep the schools open in the wintertime because they didn't have enough money for heat.
Well, and in the summertime, none of them, like over half the schools didn't have air conditioning. But,
I don't know, we'll go and drop $250,000 to put this freaking crack smoking jackass up. Why not? So see in the riots though, or in the protests, they kept that statue up because the only one he was really insulting was the Asians and the Jews.
Yep.
And they're not black, so there you go. Black Lives Matter didn't have a dog in that fight.
Well, plus nobody wanted to go in that neighborhood and take that statue. I ain't going in that neighborhood and touch that statue. You take your life in your hands going there.
Got that right. So I think we even discussed it before. Is if you go look at the statue closely, right, and you get up real close to it, I think you can still see the crack. I think you see the crack pipe burns on his lips. It was true to form, true to life.
Yes.
Sculpture. It was fabulous.
Well, I knew somebody that from decades ago, because we're talking like back in the 90s and stuff like that worked in D.C. and for the police department, and they said there were numerous occasions where his limousine would be parked outside of, known drug dealers' places, and he was also getting money from the local businesses as money for whatever protection, whatever you want to call it, extortion or whatever, or for campaign finances and stuff like that. So he had a lot of stuff. The poor neighborhood said that he represented them or whatever, but I don't know.
But the poor neighborhood's still poor.
Exactly. He really didn't do a whole lot.
Anything.
He didn't really do a whole lot for him. I don't think.
No. That was because all the money went to crack.
Yeah, and this wonderful statue, which is still standing. I tell you what, as all these other statues come tumbling down of history, I guarantee you, Marion Barry will still stand
because he is a perfect representation
of what's going on,
the wonderful city of Washington, D.C., which actually they're actually going forward to try to be a state. Good luck with that.
Yep. They don't, they make it sound, speaking of which, they make it sound like it's so easy. Let's just make us a state. And it's like, you realize everything that goes into becoming a state. If it were only that easy.
Oh.
But they want the public to make it seem like, well, that's all we got to do.
Oh,
it just vote it in, and we're a state. It's
one part of it is you got to generate your own revenue.
Yeah.
So if you become a state, guess what? Federal government's going to pull all their funding because guess who's paying for the whole city of DC? It's the freaking federal government. So now you got to generate your own state revenue.
Yes.
Good luck with that stuff.
What's Debbie got there? Why is your end date 6/8/20?
Oh,
6/5/20.
Because you're a month late. I get. I had so much crap going on. That's good. Good question. Good question, Debbie. That is an excellent question.
The Reverend Cuz has been off for so long. He just
in more ways than one. 6'5".
He actually thought this was like 2019.
I did.
Still.
I'm a month behind.
Yes, but that's all right. Thank you for pointing it out, Deb. Now we'll be talking. You know what? This is a perfect way. This is
perfect way to end.
Yep. This is why this is gonna be the last show. If y'all remember, all of our loyal viewers, all the hiccups and screw ups that we've had during the years, we've lost sound, lost video, everything going slow. This is perfect.
Oh, isn't that rich?
Yes. But
anyway, Marion Barry, you're gone.
Yes.
Go smoke
Goodbye,
something.
Marion.
They don't serve crack up in heaven.
Yes.
Well, you don't have to worry about that anyway. Oh, here we go.
Oh, look at this.
Lovely young lady.
I remember her.
Yes. Do you want to summarize this one?
No, go ahead. You're doing a good job. I got it because I'm going to laugh.
So, this lovely young lady from Texas. Now, this lovely young lady was from Texas, and she got pulled over by the police, and she was weaving in and out and everything else. I think she was a little inebriated. Mm-hmm. Well, unfortunately for this young lady, being drunk wasn't the only issue she had. Excuse me. She also had some drugs in the rear end. Not talking about the car, and her junk in the trunk. So, you're a little early on that one. Oh, anyway.
Sorry.
One job. That's okay. You know what? Make sure you follow us next. The next show, it's all him. Boom. Deal with that. He's gonna be hosting and everything else. I'm just gonna sit here and laugh.
No, I doubt that. I doubt she'll be laughing. She'll be crying, maybe.
Pretty tough. Anyway, so she got pulled over by the police, and to ensure that she didn't get popped for drugs, she used a unique deterrent method, and the lovely young lady decided to crap in her pants so they couldn't go down and get the drugs.
Oh. Go ahead and get that, copper.
Yeah, you want to strip shirts? Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and grab that. I don't care, even if you have the gloves on, you ain't gonna like that. So apparently, they took her back to the detention center, and she had a female guard, made her strip down, and inside the back, or in the back of her pants, they found 3 things. All right. Well, I guess 4 really.
4
because she added a little something. They found a crack pipe.
Mm-hmm.
They found some crack. They found the the doo-doo, which she did. And last but not least, they found a Valentine's Day card.
Roses are red.
Violets
are blue. Oh, you smell like poop.
Boo. Roses are red, violets are blue. Your eyes are the color of a big pile of poo. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes.
Obviously, whoever gave her, I would just assume, I'm assuming
Okay.
that whoever gave her the Valentine, she was quite upset with them. Either that or the person that gave her the Valentine was also the one that gave her the drugs. So she's like, I'm not gonna give him up.
I don't name names.
I don't name names. I'm not gonna rat you, so I'm just gonna poop on the card.
Either that, or maybe it was, but obviously her crack was very sentimental to her. Maybe the card was as well. She was trying to protect it.
Yes.
From them taking it.
So she could, so they wouldn't take it and she could keep it for later.
I don't know. It's like, let me get all that in there. Oh, there goes my pipe.
Now see, as we discussed when this story first aired.
Yes.
I think. I wonder, I mean, did she just have it like shoved in her pants, or was it up in her pants, if you know what I mean?
I think if it was like, just say in the back pocket, I don't think they would have mentioned it.
Right.
But the simple fact that they found it along with the rest of the stuff that had the poo on it.
Yes.
One could only assume
Yes.
that it was down there with the rest of the stuff. Now, here's the problem. I don't know how long she had the card down there, because I'm thinking if it was one of those fancy ones with the glitter,
Right.
that probably was irritating to the sphincter. And they said, she's got a glittery butthole.
Hey.
Yes. She must be a stripper.
Or
Yes.
she moves her butt cheeks, and all of a sudden there's this music starts. It's one of those music cards. Hey, excuse me, miss.
Oh, let's cha-cha. It's your birthday. Or your Valentine's Day.
Excuse me, miss. Where's that music coming from? It sounds a little
coming from my ass. It makes the music, don't you know? There you go.
It makes such beautiful music. Oh, and look, and you even make out your poo even makes crack. You talk about people wanting to shit out diamonds.
Oh, so she also had the crack pipe in there. Now, I think we also discussed this. Now, was it wedged up between the cheeks, like so, or was it inserted?
Now, hey, wait, excuse me. What?
That's what I want to know.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. That is no crack. I'm going to tell you right now, that is no crack pipe. I had that specially made through Adam and Eve.
It's a butt plug. It's a butt plug, but you just happen to be able to smoke crack out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's dual purpose.
Yes.
Although I don't know why you want to put your lips on something that was in my...
Yes. Oh, boy.
Anyway.
That was one of our faves. When
That
you
was a
go
fave.
back, I mean, we laughed harder than we did now.
Because we already know what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like... But we have a lot to get through.
Yes.
And if anybody remembers anything that we did, if any of y'all have a funny bit that you remember, you can always hit it on the chat there and let us know.
Yep, we're watching it.
We're watching it. And let's go to number 4.
Yeah, we're only at number 4.
Oh, this is Tex's favorite one.
We have
This one?
I thought little kitty. Do we have the kitty? Is kitty in there?
Oh yeah.
Where's little kitty?
Kitty, right here.
Right there.
You want to summarize this one?
All right,
Because I know it's your favorite.
I'll take this. So anyway.
Oh, Vivian. Oh, the lady that married the ghost pirate.
I remember that one. That's a good one, Miss Vivian.
Yeah,
You know
maybe we'll talk about that here in a second.
I know.
Because that was... All right.
Yes, and that was a lovely ceremony,
It was.
by the way. Anyway, so this next story here we did, that there was this poor Syrian family, that they were refugees from Syria, and in the wonderful state of Canada, up in the area in Vancouver. So the Canadians, being who they are, being very hospitable and very nice.
What?
Yes.
Looking for a place for this family to stay, just so happened to put them up at this very nice
Yes.
hotel.
Yeah, it wasn't Motel 6.
Right. It was no Motel 6. It was a very nice hotel. Well, when the kids, when the family was there, and it's like all of a sudden the kids thought they were at like Disney World or amusement park, because all these people are walking around in costume, like you see at the amusement park, and mascots and stuff like that, like Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse. They saw these animals walking around, and they were like, "Oh, Dad, look! There's the kitty, and there's a doggy. Yep,
And there's plenty of these.
Yep, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of cows. Little did they realize.
Who wanted to cost?
Little did they realize, and then the kids were asking Daddy, what's that smell? And why are they acting a little? Why are these people acting a little funny? Well, it turned out that the people put this family up at the hotel. They were at the same time. It just so happened to be the Vancouver convention. It was a convention of furries. Now, for those of you that don't remember this story,
Yes.
let us know what the definition of a furry is. A furry is a person who likes to dress up as their favorite animal, because that's just...
Oh, Hillary Clinton was there? Nancy
Hey.
Pelosi and Hillary were there.
Oh. Yeah. Where's the cow? I missed the cow. Anyway.
Yeah, you can't see because you
I
don't have
know.
the glasses on.
So
There you go. Here we go.
There she is. There she is. So anyway, you put on these costumes of an animal that you think represents your inner being, and you
Holy
go.
shit!
Yes. Yes, you're right, and you act out. You act out as your animal, So there was people in hallways, like for the dogs, they had like collars on, and yes, the cats had like
licking each other.
and litter box. They brought their own litter box. People, furries are a fetish. Yes. So they just don't dress up in costume. It's not. Yes. It's not like a Halloween party.
So these kids were, all playing with them stuff. And again, okay, most of these people have, let's just say, have relations
Yes.
in these costumes.
Yes.
So there was probably a little bit of natural musk, if you will.
These costumes probably haven't been washed.
Oh
since-
my gosh. Okay, you know what? One would
Since the
say,
San
how would
Francisco-
one wash that? Dry clean?
Yeah, you have dry clean.
Could you imagine going into Wang's?
Oh, Shooky.
Oh.
You get out with that. I told you once, you get out with that costume. We not do furry costumes.
Oh, we said don't bring that back no more.
Yes, you stay away. Oh, you don't. You know, back kitty. You don't call. Get.
We cannot get smell out. You scare my wife.
Actually, where'd my wife go? Where's she at?
She's
in the back getting sick. But can you
and we
imagine?
cannot get stains out. I don't know. I do not want to know what that stain is.
Yeah, and no, you not use that Downy Unstoppables either. That's like.
Yes, may I help you? Oh no,
Get out.
you get out of the
Get
store.
out.
You get out of my store,
But can you imagine this?
freak.
Can you imagine this poor Syrian family that came from war-torn Syria, as if they ain't seen enough like shit in their life,
I had no idea what that was.
and they're going up here to Vancouver, and the kids are, and it's like these little kids like going up and wanting to pet with these people dressed up as animals, not realizing that underneath they have no clothes on.
Well, I'm sure I'm sure that not to be rude, but the people probably smelled just as bad as the costumes did.
Over it, yeah.
Just saying. Oh, there goes Hillary Clinton again. Bill sure as hell ain't chasing her ass.
No. Oh, speaking of Bill, did you see the little thing I'm gonna throw in because he brought up Bill Clinton? You hear old the nutsy Fagin Rose McGowan? Now that Jeffrey Epstein's woman was thrown into way, now she wants Bill Clinton arrested too.
Okay.
And she's like openly saying he needs to be arrested.
I'm good with that.
Stay tuned.
Arrest his dumbass.
Stay tuned.
Anyway.
All
right, moving on. Are we good with this one?
Yes. So let us, shall we indulge Miss Vivian?
Oh yes. So I don't have the picture of that one, but if nobody remembers what it was a nutbag woman who said
she's completely sane.
Who said that she was visited by the ghost of Jack Sparrow.
Was it Jack Sparrow?
It was Jack Sparrow.
Oh.
Because she dressed up as Jack Sparrow all the time. Like a woman dressed up like that. Anyway, so she said that she was visited by the ghost of Jack Sparrow, and therefore they had dated, and therefore he proposed to her one night, and she was like, well, I was surprised, but we had already spent so much time together. I was like, well, why not? He's a ghost, so it would be first thing. So anyway, this nutbag, she ends up having to take a boat into international waters because I think she was from Ireland, I do believe.
Yeah, she was somewhere over there.
Yeah, so she couldn't get married. I mean, I don't know what priest would be like. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Yes,
whatever. But so anyway, she had to take a little boat out to international waters, just past Ireland's, I guess, whatever, so that she can get married to the ghost of Jack Sparrow.
It was a lovely wedding.
We were there.
We were there in spirit.
Yes.
Our spirit was there.
And it's so, and it was so nice because, I mean, afterwards, they kissed, and away she went. After the wedding, and they went on their honeymoon. We don't know where they went. I think they went down to Jamaica or something.
Yes,
like that.
And in conclusion, what makes this story even more startling, which is probably could be something that you could possibly see on our upcoming show, on our new show, is one thing that they still quite haven't figured out is about 3 months later, she was pregnant. How did that happen?
I don't know. I mean, we do know how that happens.
Right, yeah.
But if it's a ghost...
You have a bird, you have the birds.
There's the birds and the bees, right?
But if the bird gets a little too close, it'll be sting them.
If the bird gets a little cheeky,
yeah.
What does he do?
A little cheeky monkey.
So anyway, yes, the woman that married the ghost was hilarious.
That was a classic. Thank you for bringing that up, Miss Vivian.
And they got married. Didn't they get married? No, and after they got married, then they came back to the beach and took pictures.
Yes,
and it was just her standing there.
Yeah, it was just her standing there.
No, remember she went and got a cutout.
Yeah,
she went and got a cutout.
Yeah, and it looked like she ate the whole wedding cake too.
And then after that, they partied, and she was
I'm
gone.
a little bit drunk. I'm a little bit drunk because I'm drinking.
Yep. And
I
then,
think that's why you married the ghost, lady.
and then, you know what happens? I do remember it. You know what they did after like so many months? They broke up.
Oh, did they?
They did because
Oh, son of a bitch!
he wasn't loyal.
Somebody else snatched him up from you, honey.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. That's
Yep. All
what
right.
happens when you marry a ghost pirate.
That's right. He's a pirate.
She should have married somebody like
If you're gonna marry a ghost, marry like
Bluebeard or
don't marry a pirate
Long John Silver or
because
don't marry a
they're
pirate.
busting hoes left and right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Thank
All
you,
right.
Miss Vivian.
next.
Oh yes, look at this.
There we go. Now, we had a big one on yoga pants. Now, look, here's some women have, here's what you think you look like. Here's what you actually look like. And if you remember this story,
Somebody wants to straighten that out for her.
she better take them underwear off. So part of the thing is, which obviously Sweetheart doesn't know, is usually when they do the yoga pants, they usually wear a thong or nothing. Because exactly what you think would happen exactly happened right there. Look at that. Whooping. All right.
Right down the side.
And there was some other unsavory pictures where they had some pictures from the front.
Yes.
Now,
Then we actually, I think this, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, if memory serves me correctly, I think this was actually one of the very first show where we kind of got flagged by Facebook or somebody because of our picture. One of the pictures we had up, they were like, gentlemen, that is kind of inappropriate to be putting up on that we were bullying. We were bullying. We were being bullies.
And it was really because the one that we had was from the front.
Yes.
And it was a wrong animal, but it was a camel toe. So anyway, so we talked about it, and what we did say is like, look, it's free country, you can wear what you want. However, we do think there should be a weight limit and an age limit. Because I did tell the story of when I saw this old lady, and I guarantee she was every bit of 70 couple, if she was 100. And she had yoga pants on, but it looked like she had little skinny, it looked like a 2x4 with little like stockings flapping around on each end of the. No,
Yes.
not that I was looking at her ass.
But
I was like,
ew.
these pants were tight. And I'm like, don't tell me that's what that is. So I had to go look, and yes, it was. It was yoga pants on this 70. She had to be anywhere from 75 to on up. So anyway,
Yes. You know, that's like
you can see every wrinkle in her ass.
all right. I know, and it's you can see all the wrinkles from all 70 years right there. 70 years of life, just like it's like, you know what? I liken it to like a tree trunk. You know how a tree trunk has all the rings, how old the tree is. You can tell how old a tree is by all the rings around it. You can tell how old somebody is by all the dang wrinkles they got.
In the yoga pants.
And I tell you what, it's something that's even more disgusting. Now we bring this up is not too long ago, I saw this guy had to have been 80 in skinny jeans. And they were actually kind of rolled up by the leg. I was like,
dude.
and he had a cane. So I was like, dude.
Did you ever get the cane caught in his cuff on his pants? Oh my gosh! Get Harold. He's wearing them. He cuffed his pants again. Damn it!
But he had skinny jeans on, and I'm like, holy! And I mean, the legs were like spent. I mean, they were spindly, obviously, But it's like, dude, come on.
And
Hey, let's
if you're
act
old,
our age.
Yeah, if you're old, don't wear this stuff. And again, if you're little more than heavy set, don't wear the yoga pants either. Now, granted, Tex and myself, we ain't beauty queens,
No.
but I'm gonna tell you what. I'll tell you what you'll never see is us out on the beach with the shirts off because we know
Couple things.
well a couple things.
Shirts off
That's right.
and Speedos.
That's
Well,
right. Any of that.
Yeah, none of Speedos.
All right.
Uh-uh.
So when we're taught we're coming from a place of love, when we discuss that, if you're a little bit on the heavier side, don't wear yoga pants because it is not holding anything back or not holding anything away from the imagination.
Yes. Show a little decorum.
And let me tell you something. I saw this one very heavy woman wearing yoga pants, and you know what? What was scary about the whole thing is I could not tell if her ass was in the front or the back. She had.
What do they call that? They got that.
I don't know.
There is a name for it. It's terrible.
She had all this fat up, down here, and it looked like a butt. And I'm like, well, her head's facing towards me. So unless she's the exorcist, it's got to be the front.
Yeah, for Halloween, she could just put her clothes on back.
Till some dude comes up there and tries to grab her ass. Whoa, what the hell was that?
Honey,
that's a little more than I bargained for.
What's that? What's that? Yeah, this show's going.
Yes. And just one more thing. If you're going to wear yoga pants, even if you're heavy set,
check your drawers.
Check your drawers. But two things. Don't wear anything close to a skin color.
No.
And don't wear anything white.
Yes.
I'm just going to let you know that right now.
Yes.
So
words of wisdom.
When I was looking up this story from before, or one of the stories I was looking at yoga pants. So there was this yoga instructor who was wearing this is truth. So apparently a lot of people were up in arms because she was trying to prove a point for how anyway. So she's doing like these stretches and stuff with white yoga pants on during a certain time of the month. Yes. And had no problem with letting it ride. And it was to prove a point. Yes. So a lot of people were like, what the F? Yeah. What is that?
I would have
It was kind of like yes. Well, a lot of people on the internet were doing that. And I guess it had something to do with kind of like remember when remember when was it Naomi Judd or whatever her name was when she was talking about menstruation blood and this, that, and the other, and when they were doing the protests? I guess she's trying to make a point. I don't know.
It's disgusting.
But it was
whatever it is.
It was not appropriate, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
But anyway, she did. Thank you. She did it live, like on. She was doing a yoga thing on live YouTube or whatever, and yep, there you go.
What is it?
But you know what?
Are you trying to do? Reenact Carrie?
Oh.
The beginning scene of Carrie?
Let me tell you something. You are now, this is YouTube and it was on Facebook. So let me just say something to you here. Facebook, you're gonna go bust our ass on stupid crap, right?
Yes.
Like just like showing like this. But you are going to leave, and I looked and checked, it's still on there. So, but you're going to leave something like that on the air or available and not bust her ass for this stuff.
Well, because maybe
because if you remember, what was it? A handful of months ago, we were in the middle of a show and
we got
Facebook
whacked
us halfway through the show.
They put a kibosh on us.
Kibosh. And believe me, because they sent us something that said we had to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bullshit when you got all this other stuff. But anyway.
Because I think
don't
maybe...
Get me on my soapbox.
I think maybe Mark Zuckerberg likes a little bit of that crazy, kinky stuff. Oh, I like that. Oh, dress up in that costume for me, will you?
I don't think he goes that way.
I don't think either.
I think he goes the opposite way,
Oh,
especially with that haircut.
yes. He's got enough money.
You know, you got billions of dollars, dude. Could you at least get a haircut that's not like same for a 5th grader or 5-year-old? I mean,
I think his wife likes him in that little.
probably so.
They
All
roll
right, moving on.
Moving on.
So we're in the lovely country of India. And if you remember this story, man, I'm choking. If you remember this story, so this was one of these. What was he? He was a Hindu priest, and he was doing the hot coal walk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently, I guess maybe he was moving a little too quick. I guess he was like, and he ended up falling right in the middle of all the coals.
Oops. That's what I wanted.
Oh,
Let's say.
it smelled like bacon.
Hey, what's cooking? You are stupid. Oh, Tom and Jerry. Sorry.
So we were kidding about the fact that he's gonna have like a backyard barbecue. Oh, I thought we was gonna have like burgers and dogs, but if he wants to roast him, I guess. Well, sorry, no, not burgers. I guess because if they're Hindu,
Yeah, they don't have
do
cows. No.
I guess dogs and
Yep. Or they think they do chickens and stuff.
okay,
Or
chicken roast
man
chicken.
or person now.
Yeah.
Priest on a priest
so
on
there
a
was- we-
priest,
so we-
priest on a pit.
We don't have the picture of it, but there was a picture of it or a picture of him afterwards, and he is burnt from here all the way down his legs.
Well, and that's
It took him a while to get out.
I wonder why. Ouch! 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 Ouch!
And nobody wanted to touch him.
Ouch.
He laid there for it wasn't a couple seconds, but it was like
Well, and you know what? He's probably ostracized because supposedly, if I'm not mistaken, that when you have the spirit of
Vishnu?
Shiva or
Vishnu?
Vishnu or whatever, and you're supposed to just be able to walk the pain. You're not supposed to feel the pain.
yeah.
So obviously he felt the pain. So he is not
He's not one of the
enlightened.
chosen.
Yeah, he's not enlightened.
Because when he started down, he's kind of looking like he was doing a little. Oh!
Ow!
Oh! I didn't know he was gonna have a barbecue. I would have brought some potato salad.
No kidding. And somebody started putting barbecue sauce on him.
Oh, it looks a little tough. Put a little bit of that meat tenderizer on.
It's like that Seinfeld. They start putting butter on them.
Like Kramer.
Butter and parsley. Oh my!
Now you got Parmesan all over me.
Here, hold this.
So poor fella, he
Poor
did
fella.
get burned up.
No.
And I can't really say this did a whole hell of a lot for his, I don't know, spiritual well-being. I'm sure nobody wanted to follow him after that.
Yes.
Oh, come with me. I shall bring. I don't know.
No, I ain't. I ain't going with you.
You remember what happened last time? We come over here and
Nope.
you burned your ass up.
Mm-mm.
He didn't have.
Nope. That's out of the question.
I still can't get that smell of roasted pork out of my head.
But priest, you do smell good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, after this, we were so distraught we had to go to Arby's. Get a beef and cheddar.
Or a chicken and cheddar. They don't do beef.
Oh, that's right. Damn it. I keep forgetting.
They don't do beef.
Bacon, maybe BLT.
Yes.
Anyway,
Poor
fella.
Yeah. That was our priest in the coals.
Now
Look.
we're in China.
Oh.
Yes, we are back in China, I guess.
Welcome to China.
We are in Chinese zoo.
Yes, this was before we released COVID-19 on you. Oh, round-eyed American fool.
Round-eyed bastard. And
Yes.
this is not wet market.
No, not wet market.
This is a zoo, but we
Zoo.
still get food from here. We just do it at night.
Yes, or after we get done doing what we're about ready to do.
I told you to shut up. Don't make a noise. So anyway, so we're at the chat. This is the. All right, thank you. I thought I limited that. Anyway, so we're at a Chinese zoo, and we're not going to go through like the freaking names and all that crap. Anyway, but at the Chinese zoo where they had some kangaroos that were brought in from Australia, or that they bought from Australia, whatever it is. Anyway, so and obviously the Chinese have studied books or watched Music of Hall's Wild Kingdom, so they were quite aware that kangaroos hop, and that's kind of the main thing they do. And they gotta have a pouch, and forward and so on, or they can be taught to box.
Yes. With their arms and a nice little swift kick with their feet.
Mm-hmm. So, well, I guess according to the report, these particular kangaroos were a little lackadaisical, and they were just sitting there eating or whatever else. So, true to form of what they wanted to see the animal do was the animal hop, so the Chinese wanted to see it hop. Well, I guess after a lot of prodding and yelling and whatever else they tried to do, the kangaroos wouldn't hop. So they came up with a brilliant idea. So they decided if they could distract him or maybe scare him, maybe he would hop. So what they did was... So what they did was they picked up bricks from the walk they were on, and threw them at the kangaroo, just to get land it close to him or whatever, just to make him hop. Well, like we've discussed before, you don't see any Chinese pitchers in baseball because, well, they're not that accurate. And instead of landing close to the kangaroo, the brick actually hit the kangaroo.
My noggin!
Ah, yes.
Holy shit!
You son of a bitch. So, well, as it happened, when one person threw a brick, he was too far. He was too far away. So what happened is a bunch of other the Chinese people that were there decided to pick up bricks and chuck them, and well, obviously, what's going to happen. A couple of the bricks.
Oh, that looked good. I think I got him. Let me try.
You're not supposed to hit them. You're supposed to get them to hop.
Do like this.
He don't hop no more. You will bash his head in. So anyway, long story short, they ended up killing the kangaroo. I'm not laughing at the kangaroo because that's because it's horrible. But anyway, so they killed the kangaroo, and of course, as we know, the very next day you could have gone to Hop Sing and got some Kung Pao Roo.
We now have Kung Pao chicken.
Special of the day.
Special day. Kung Pao Roo.
Very fresh.
Very fresh. Very
Very
nice.
fresh.
Oh,
Just killed last night or yesterday at the zoo. I mean, in the wild.
Oh, yes, very fresh, very fresh. Oh, excuse me. There's something what's this? My teeth almost came out. Oh, that leftover. Oh, so sorry. That leftover brick.
Oh no, that's hot shell peppercorn.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. We gotta give credit where credit's due.
No, we don't.
I know.
We take credit for everything.
I know,
What
we
the hell's
do.
wrong with you?
We made that up. Anyway, that's.
Hot shell peppercorn.
I cannot. The poor
They
kangaroo.
hit the damn kangaroo with bricks. What the frick? When you see that one couldn't come where near it, then don't try.
Well, that's
Don't try to get closer to it. It's a damn
Right.
It's an animal.
when we did this story originally, one of the things that popped in my head, for those of you that watch Monty Python in the Flying Circus, is they had the pet store sketch where they in order for the parrot, it was a dead parrot sketch. In order for the parrot to like stay on its perch, they nailed his feet to the perch, and then of course the parrot was dead. He's like you've nailed the feet to the perch.
It's like no, he's
He's
pining.
just pining. He's pining for the
Hey, I'm
fields.
bloody pining.
He's bloody dead. So I just thought about it. They're like wanting to pelt these. Bounce! Dang it! Jump!
Oh, you're going to bounce. You're going to bounce right here. I got something for you. You either bounce or you end up in wet market.
Yes. Oh, wet market. Maybe that's, and then you'll become disease.
Yes. That's where they come from.
Yes, coming from.
Coronavirus come from dead roux.
And I'm telling you right now, and before you end the story, speaking of which, again, I just heard that over there they're having another variation of the swine flu that right now they're saying it's only going animal to animal. It hasn't been transmitted to humans as of yet, but over in China, they're again. Oh, we like.
Oh, it's a come all year round, ambassador. Y'all survive. Y'all survive coronavirus, but we got something else for you.
Yes, we like all dirty viral infection.
All you American round eye ambassadors, y'all are fat. But we have so much disease, it kill off half population every year.
That's
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. All these other countries, y'all want to talk shit about the U.S. and okay, we got a little bit of weight here because we like to hit a little buffet. But you know what? We're not dying from freaking scurvy or freaking because our freaking dental hygiene. You got people, their teeth are rotted, and they're dying from infection in their mouth. You know, so you know what?
We got clean water and dentists.
So go ahead and make fun all you want.
Yes, we got strong white teeth.
That's right. we're not one dying from freaking because we're like serving bat heads and kangaroo
Bits.
feet up in the freaking wet market.
Kangaroo feet.
Dumbasses. Oh, y'all kiss my ass. All right.
Yes. Let's move on.
So we are at 8:00. So what do we want to do? I don't mind going a little bit long since
we can go a little bit long, but maybe we got to.
All right. So we've
done some stuff.
So we've done this. The woman at Tom Hortons, we kind of did that already with our lovely lady from Texas. Anybody doesn't know the story of the woman? Is it Tim? Was up in Tim Hortons restaurant up in, I can't remember where it is, Toronto.
Was it in Canada or was it in? Yeah, I think
it was in Canada. Anyway, she went nuts, crapped right in the middle of the floor in the restaurant, and when the people tried to get like there, she picked it up and threw it at them.
Yes. She was throwing it because they did not have her donuts. They did not have her jelly donuts.
So I'm just going to let you know, Canada, you got your nut bags too. Just letting you know.
All right. They got plenty of nut bags up there.
You got that right. So we got that one. So which one do you want to do?
Well, let's just kind of keep going.
All right.
We just, and if we want to talk about something a little bit longer, then we can just kind of.
Let's talk about this one here. The woman there.
Yes, because
And
the
next one though, I think it's going to take too long.
Yes,
because this one has a whole lot of setup.
Yes,
the professor.
So yes, this next story is very apropos for this time of the season.
There's the Tim Hortons lady crapping.
There she is pooping right there, doing a little. This thing keeps moving. I can't break it. Okay, there it goes.
Because you're like.
Nah.
All right, so there is the woman crapping, and you can see the little red circle. There's the
Ew.
crap.
Yes. Sick skank.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
now
yes.
we're talking.
Somebody push that back in the water before it dies.
Yeah, what's that noise? I had to bend over to shave my legs. I can't breathe. So this is a public pool in Florida. All right, and as you can see, there it is, public pool. So this skank, yes, I'm using the word skank. Just we're all adults here. So this skank, let me move it over here, is sitting by the pool. I guess she's watching her kids and everything else. Now, I guess you can give her, a little bit of kudos for multitasking. But what she's doing is she's shaving her legs, or ham hock, as that lady seems to be. She's shaving her legs at a public pool. Yes.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
And she's like, so if you notice, there's other picture. We don't have them here, but if you see this online and go look at the story, she's like shaving her legs, washing it out in the pool, and going back and shaving. It's like, you nasty. All right, you're putting your nasty leg hairs and stuff, and these kids are like sucking this water in. Now they got like little hair bits.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh, yeah, that too.
That's good. Oh my gosh.
So I don't know if she was not thinking this, people were watching, but there was somebody like across the pool watching her, and they're like,
Gotcha, bitch.
and so they took pictures of her, and she's like, and so if you look at some of these other pictures, or we don't have the other pictures, but if you can see, okay, look, there's a little kid like right there.
That's probably her kid, maybe.
Probably. Now she's got her nasty ass leg hair floating towards the people, and it's like, it's like the Blob back in the 50s.
This right here, this photograph right here emphasizes the main reason why you will never see, or for the past 30, 40 years, you have never seen Deacon Tex going to a public pool. I mean, it's bad enough. We already know that the reason why, because it was funny. I knew somebody years ago that worked as a lifeguard at a pool.
Yes.
And I always wondered, it's like, why this is basically like chlorine with a little water. And he said, well, the reason why they have to put so much chlorine in the pool is because, of course, they have the little kids in the pool. Well, between that, yeah, they don't really know not to go potty in the pool. So they do that. So he said the chlorine immediately kind of takes care of the bacteria. So I was like, oh, that's enough. I don't want, And then to see this, and as some of the other creatures, no more public pools.
I've actually, and people that know me and know where I used to live, and some people used to live and live there. There's a little housing development called Discovery.
Oh yes.
And back in the day when I used to live there, I went to the pool, and I remember, because this was very, very traumatic for me, I actually saw some woman with an open wound, go in the pool. Open wound. I mean, it was like a, I can't remember what it was, like a cut or like, what it looked like is like something where she got burned or something. It was like scabbed up, and it was like something else.
Ew.
Like something you could see, like it's like she's in the pool.
Ew.
I don't care. Ain't chlorine gonna kill that stuff.
No, they shouldn't have even allowed her in there.
Well, I will say, once they noticed it,
They told her to get
they
out.
told her that she could not be in the pool, but
It was too
damage
late.
was done.
Yeah, it was
she had
too
already
late.
been in that damn pool,
The
and she had been in the kiddie pool
bacterium and feces and stuff.
because she had like a little child with her, because in Discovery Pool you had like a little baby pool,
Right.
they were only about this deep, and then you had the regular pool. She was in both. So
But
now you
this-
get your little babies splashing around in pus water
And this right here,
in this thing.
no. This would have been like, no. Whale out of water.
I'd have been
Get
like,
out.
there you go. Just take rid of. Oh, you know what? That probably wouldn't have done it. You need.
Now,
I need a little
now
more.
it's just like mosquitoes.
I wish I had got someone.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Yes, I remember that story. Skank boat.
Damn, I wish I would have had that. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can hit it real quick because I wanted to get her coming to the pool. Oh, I probably can't find it. All right, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Ain't like you got nothing else to do tonight.
Yeah, there's nothing going on. It's a Sunday
People.
night.
Yeah.
And then it's our last show.
It's our last show, damn
Yes.
it. Actually, I got to go to work tomorrow.
I know. Reverend Cuz is actually going back to work.
I can't wait either because these damn people about ready to drive me nuts. I can't find it. Anyway, all right, never
Anyway.
mind. Wait a minute, one more. Wait, one more.
One more. One more.
Wait a minute, one more.
No, one more.
No, one more. All right, I can't find it.
All right.
It's-
we need it.
it's- No, we ain't got nothing going on.
Yeah, man.
Screw them.
All right.
All right. No, one more. No, one more. All right, I can't find it. All right, anyway. All right, one more. No, no, can't find it. One more. All right.
Damn
I
it.
wonder if it's, nope, I can't find it. All right, anyway. Cancel. All right, anyway. Let's move on. So anyway, people, don't shave your legs at the public pool.
And not only that, but it's like, honey, you're saving the you're saving your leg that with nasty pool water. I mean, what?
It's probably, you know what? It's probably the cleanest thing she's gotten.
Well, that's that could be true. That could be. Cleanest water she had. Ugh.
All right, so this one we won't go with. Anyway, we'll just say, just real quick, the professor here was dead. This is a professor of UCLA. He's dead because he had his gay lover. They were into masochism, and what he wanted him to do was mummify him. He put him in all these wraps and stuff, and then they want to have some, I don't know how, they want to have sex of some kind. But anyway, the guy wrapped it too tight, ended up suffocating because he couldn't take a breath because it was too tight. Yep.
Oh,
They're not reviving him.
I better get these bandages.
Ooh, I bet
off.
you like that, don't you? Oh, I bet you like that, don't you? Oh. He's not moving.
Hello.
He's not moving.
Hello. Can you breathe? Is that you? Hello.
All right, what do we got?
Anyway.
Okay. All right, this one just real quick. I don't know if we're doing this, but this is a one-eyed. This is this is a one-eyed bullfighter in Spain.
Ole.
Ole! Oh, I got that. Hold on, I got that. Hold on. Where we at? I think we're at the back. Oh, I thought I did. Didn't, oh, yeah, there you go.
Ole.
So, so he ends up getting his ass kicked by a bull. Gouged the bull horn, went up like this, and scalped his ass. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, damn straight. I don't know if you can see this. So this is him getting stitched. Look at that thing. So his head is a scar going all the way around. I can't do it with the. There you go. Scalped his ass. Took half his freaking scalp off. It's like, dude, if you're one-eyed, don't fight a bull.
I got you. I got you. Come on.
Don't fight the bull.
Ole. Oh, ow.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Obviously, he's a glutton for punishment. He's one of those. Hey, it's just a flesh wound. Get me back out there. Next thing you know, it's like he loses a leg.
Half his hair's flopping. Dude, just give it up.
Yes, the bull wins.
So I actually went to a bullfight in Mexico one time, and I think they're bullshit.
Yes.
Get it?
Oh, I like that little pun.
Because the bullfighter doesn't really fight him.
No.
He fights him after they've already like jacked
Yeah.
him up. They got these guys that come to call picadillos and they
Yeah,
hit him in that hump in the back so he can't raise his head and all that stuff. No, you go out. Both of you go out there fresh.
Right.
Whatever happens.
Yeah, basically the bull's half dead.
Yeah.
When he's out there, and then by the end of the show, if any of you don't know, by the end of it or whatever, they do kill the bull.
Yeah.
Because that.
But it's
just what
it's bullcrap.
Yeah, it is literally.
Oh.
Look at
bull,
this.
Well, it's not really bull. So this was one of.
Oh my!
So this is one of our things. So they had so we're in Greece now.
Yes, we actually had in our intro picture. We actually had the one we originally had up with that big fat with her yellow dress on. And
Yeah.
She was going
this one's actually a little bit larger.
Yes.
So in Greece they have this, and I can't remember the name of it. We'll give it a grab anyway. So in Greece they had this tourism spot where they'd come up, or the people like the cruise ships and whatnot would come, and so they'd have this walk up this hill to this chapel and a church and everything, and it's apparently famous or whatever. And it had like this, and it also has this beautiful view of like Greece and the bay and all that stuff. Anyway, so but the problem is a lot of the tourists, because they're big, fat, and
They like eating.
Well, if you're coming on a cruise ship, you can eat 24 hours a day, and I think some of them, trying to get their money's worth. Sweetheart here, and so instead of they can't. So one of the cool things it was supposed to be was, that people would ride these, these donkeys, these mules. I think it's mules. Is it donkey? It doesn't matter. They're all the same.
Ass.
Yeah, they ride that. The ass rides an ass up the thing. So it's just like something cool for the tourists. They could ride these, these burros and donkeys, whatever else, up the hill. Problem is a lot of the people from the U.S. and the UK is starting to surpass us there, are a little bit on the large side. And so the problem was the donkeys were actually suffering injuries because the people were too fat.
No shit. That poor dog.
Oh my gosh, she killed the donkey.
By the time she got up to the top of the hill with the poor donkey, his stomach was lying on the ground. He looked like a U.
By the time they got up to the top of the hill, the donkey looked like a dachshund. His feet was this long.
That's terrible.
It is terrible. And these fat people riding, you know what? Once you walk, I tell you what, you had the midnight buffet, no doubt. So walk your little fat ass up the hill, and you burn off a few of the 1,000 calories you spent at the chocolate fountain there.
Yep. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming up the hill.
What are you talking about? You just walk down the plank. And it's going downhill.
I'm done. And so's your donkey.
Oh look! Oh no! I think I've been dieting, and I think I'm just under 400 pounds. I should be good. Let me get on this donkey here. Oh, is he okay? Is he okay? I've never heard a donkey make that noise before. You know what, you fat bastards? Walk your butt up the hill, or don't go to Greece.
Oh, yeah.
Or lay off the buffet. I don't know what it is, but don't kill these poor animals.
Not only that, you know what they need to have? I tell you what, they need to have. How about riding an elephant? An elephant on an elephant. Oh, that's over in India. Even the
elephant's gonna be like, oh hell no, not on my back, you ain't.
The elephant would get the trunk and throw her off. Get off, fatso.
Or even before she gets to him, he's like taking water.
Yes.
Water cannon. All right. So that's. And we have to do the last one.
Oh, yes.
So one of our favorite. There
Yes.
we go. Oh, so just real quick on this one. So this is a guy in Virginia who's. We got Jericho.
Hello, Mr. Jericho from the
Hello,
Philippines.
Mr. Jericho from the Philippines.
Yes.
All the way across the water. So here we are in Virginia. And this guy, as you can see, there's a street sign here. So right here at this corner is a bus stop. I'll just go real quick. So this guy in this house, the kids were like throwing trash and stuff and tearing up his yard and stuff. So what he decided to do, I don't know if you can see it in this picture, probably not. So what he decided to do was take matters in his own hands. You can't really see it. Oh, you can see it a little bit. You see a little bit.
There.
So he erected an electric fence around his property. So the little kids would come to actually, like the middle school kids would come to the damn. They come to the bus stop, and they're like, "Oh, look at that! Oh, here we go." It's like,
I got you, little shits. Get out my yard.
Here, let me put a little Snickers bar, you little fat bastard, over right there. It's like, oh, get that Snickers bar.
Hey, old man. We're going
crank it up, you little bastards. Anyway, so that's what happened there.
And if you all remember correctly on the show, we gave this guy a thumbs up because we think that's an awesome idea.
Yep.
I mean, the townspeople, I don't think there was, I think they tried to get him to take down the fence, but they had a hard, it's his property.
The cops did, and all they said, you just got to back it up.
You got to move it back.
And that's what he did. Now they stay off his property.
Not a bad idea. I was actually thinking of putting concertina wire up around my house. Triple strand. Anybody who's ever been caught in that'll be the last time.
That's right. Yeah, watch Walking Dead. They had a couple times where the zombies got caught up in there.
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
here we go.
The piece de la resistance.
So here we are. This. Oh, thank you. So this was 2018. Right?
Is it? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because we
missed last year's.
Yes, I think we reported it late, but this story was from because this is where they had the what do you call it? Not conspiracy, but the where they had the I can't remember what you call it. Anyway, okay, what happened? What happened in 2018 with Miss Bum Bum?
Oh, Miss Bum Bum. Supposedly there was controversy.
Thank you.
He was just looking for that keyword. It just got stuck.
It got stuck, man. That's good. I ordered some Prevagen.
Controversy, as our friends over across the pond call it, controversy.
Controversy.
But here in the States we call it controversy.
Like debris.
Yes, debris. Is that Debbie? No, debris.
It's debris. Thank you, Debbie. You're a little late.
All right,
and Wendy, you're even later.
You're a little.
Yes,
little
controversy. Thank you.
Controversy. I feel like doing Prince.
Is that
anyway?
Oh, is that
Sheila
Sheila E. or Morris Day? Skew. All right. So Miss Bum Bum 2018, Ellen Santana. I remember her name. I remember it well. That's her right there, as you can see.
Oh, right there.
Oh, wait. So anyway, the controversy was that Miss Bum Bum won the crown, right? And as you can see here, let me blow this up for you. You can see, and we honored Miss Bum Bum for actually a couple times. Now, as you can see, now Miss Bum Bum was winning. Here she is, Miss Bum Bum won the trophy, won the title,
fair and square.
But this woman, the controversy was that she said Miss Bum Bum used artificial means. She had injections.
Oh,
that was not her true natural bum bum. And so we had to view the bums to make sure that from our standpoint that we could tell whether it was real or was it not. Now,
yes,
I give the challenger, as you can see here, she has a very nice bum too.
Yes, right there.
Right? Very nice. Now, if you if you call your attention there, and then if you go to hear Miss Bum Bum, who actually won, Miss Bum Bum's kind of got it in the bag. Or in the trunk, as we might say. She's got a little more junk in the trunk. But
Yes.
But the controversy was she said that she used either injection. There was something else she said.
It wasn't falsies, was it?
No, it was what was it? Oh, I think she said something about she got like massages to like smooth it.
Smooth it
Oh
out.
no, sanding. That's what it
Sanding.
was.
Yeah, she sanded her butt.
She sanded her butt. That's what it was. She said, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sanding her butt.
You know what? Because I would have volunteered to do it by hand. Oh, is that sandpaper? Well, no, that's not. That's just my natural calluses. Just lay down and shut up.
I would have used
What, a brick?
Why would I have used a brick on Miss Bum Bum?
I don't know.
I would have used something else.
Maybe you're nuts.
Called my
See,
It's our last show. Like we said, who cares? Who cares? I don't care.
As soon as he opens his mouth,
I don't care.
This is what it goes to.
It's our last show. I don't care.
Get that.
Oh my!
Yes.
So a fight ensued, didn't they? Didn't they have a little scrapping?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There was a little scrapping on the stage.
Oh, Miss Debbie said, I said it before you figured it out. Well, thank you. We didn't see it. It didn't come over.
It was probably the delay.
Yeah.
Tape delay.
Controversy. But yeah, Miss Bum Bum. So as you can see here, she tries to take Miss Bum Bum's title. Oh, she's like, no, you. That's not the natural bum. I can tell you right now that is not your natural bum. I can tell you right now. I see some sounding, and that is injection.
I see the mark what they put needle in.
That is right. That is no.
I see right.
That
It's
is
right
not
there.
natural.
It's right there.
Right there.
Right there. See.
You look at my bum. You come here. You come feel it. You feel mine. Mine is real.
Oh, nice and tight.
Yes. Now hers, you can see it's bloated. It's got the injection. It's not real. It doesn't even move. I think it's got the what you say, the Botox.
Yes, Botox.
Now you see my bum. It's nice and let's just go to the little shaky. Ooh.
Oh, shaky. Look.
You look at my bum. My bum is.
I look jiggle.
My bum is flapping all over the place.
It's like look at it. It's like Jello pudding.
Yes, it is.
Jello pudding. I don't have to drug her. Nothing. I'm trying to get out of jail right now. I was set up.
Shut me up.
Oh, you be quiet, you.
I tell you what. You come feel my bum because it is real.
Yes.
Ole. I tell you. Here's what we do. We will do the little bicycle test, and you'll see that it's mine just folds over top. Hers just stick up on the top. That's all. Mine folds over.
My butt conforms to the seat.
Yes.
Hers is kind of like.
Hers just sticks out like it's on the shelf. That is not real. You'll see the fake boobies. The same thing. They just stick out.
We love Miss Bum Bum.
I'm protesting.
And
my bum is better. Yeah, we love Miss Bum.
And unfortunately,
okay.
Unfortunately, because the times the way they are, I think they canceled Miss Bum Bum 2020.
Yeah.
But she'll be back strong next year.
Yes. I don't know how the hell we even came across this story.
I don't know. I don't know either. It just happened like come across. Well, I remember. I remember the website. I remember the website. It came up. It's like it was the fight with.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was a fight over the crown because it was on down in Brazil. I guess it was on national TV.
Oh,
they were actually.
Well, you know what? I can tell you what. I'd rather see this than freaking PGA Tour or some crap.
Yes,
this is much more interesting, I would say.
Absolutely.
And if you also remember, I think what we had before was probably about a couple months before this. But we're still in the podcast, which led into this. Is if you remember before we were talking about sand panthers.
Yes. I love the Sam Panthers.
Sandpaper.
Oh, wait, what's that over there? Lesbian. Okay.
What's the falling from? Oh, you pushed her off the hill.
Yeah,
You
we
pushed her off the
the cliff.
All right. So if you want to know what that is, I'm gonna tell you right now. Check out our next video, our next show, the new show. We're gonna have a lot of stuff like that, and but you can tell her what it is though.
Yeah, basically it was from a podcast we did where we actually had it on. We had her voice on tape, and she wanted to reach her.
There's actually a YouTube video of it.
Right.
We actually had the YouTube video. But
yeah, that's what it was. And she wanted to get into her inner lesbian self. So she said that she goes out to the forests and she just screams out in the day, la 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 lesbian. And she's like saying all these words. So during the show,
she's dead serious.
Yeah, she's dead serious. So during the show, we were the Reverend Cousin and I were imagining that if she wasn't paying attention to her surroundings, or she was out there with somebody, she was really getting on their nerves, and they happened to push her off a cliff. How she would sound with her little mantra, la 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 lesbian. Okay, there she goes.
She did. She had a third one. I can't remember what it was. She said lesbian. She said dyke, and then she said
I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember what the third one was.
She said something third, and it was like, I don't know.
I don't know either. And
it was like
she was
like when she did the dyke, it was like die 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 die. It was like, what?
Yes.
You're nuts. Anyway,
you know what? What's interesting is the podcast at the time. We were novices. We were new at it, but some of the stories that we had were just like completely off the wall. And it's like I think some of our best stories were in the podcast.
I would agree.
We had a lot in the video, but we also had a lot of bizarro stories in our podcast.
Yeah, if you watch the podcast, or if you listen to the podcast, we had some where where Oprah was running for president of 2016, right?
Yeah.
I think it was, and then she had some wrestlers were going for VP. We had
yes.
Ric Flair, Macho Man Savage, and
yeah,
Hulk Hogan.
We had the whole wrestling entourage.
That seems so long ago.
I know it did. It was really.
It was.
It's oh my gosh! It's all 2.5 years. Just call it
2.5 years. But so I guess we're getting ready to close it up here. But so people ask me why are we stopping the show and quit doing the show. Well, we kind of thought it was kind of getting at it ran its course. To be honest, the viewership was going down, and I just don't think we had our niche anymore. So here's the funny thing that even Deacon Tex pointed out to me today. So if anybody's going to our website or our Facebook page, I've changed the Facebook page and it's now Return to Bedlam, and to get prep for our new show. Well, we've already topped the likes and followers on that one that we ever did on Conformity Antidote.
Right. For 2.5 years, the Conformity Antidote, and now we haven't even broadcast our first show on Return to Bedlam, and we got more followers. Go figure.
So
I mean, we love it, really. We do love it. That's fine. Right. That's nice.
But I mean, it just reinforces that I think it's time for us to shut this down and move on with something a little bit different.
Right. And what's going to happen in people is what I think we were trying to do. I think with Conformity Antidote, we ended up trying to do too much. We were trying to throw too much into the pot at the same time. So what we're doing is we're just kind of separating it a little bit. We're spacing it out. So we have Return to Bedlam, which will be doing its premiere next week right here on this channel, same time. And you'll see, and we're gonna be doing a little bit more of the little oddball stuff that you're used to somewhat with Conformity Antidote. And then the following week, the weekend or whatever, the Reverend Cuz will be having his show, and he'll be doing a little bit more of the political firestorm and brimstone that he thinks that he says the people need out here in this world. Yes. So basically, we just took Conformity Antidote. We're going to kill it, but out of it comes the little two flowers. Yes.
Yeah. So that's basically what we're doing. And with the political thing, I will have a female co-host.
Yes.
So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so
I will be watching.
Yeah. So our new Return to Bedlam will be a little bit more of, like you said, yeah, you can turn it off. Like odd stuff. Maybe we'll maybe even throw in a little bit of horror type stuff, but we will present it in the way that we do, which will be talk about it and then probably make fun of it.
Yes.
Which is what we do best.
Yes.
So, and this time when we do that, we're going to be a little bit more into Deacon Tex's area of expertise. So we'll have slightly different names.
Right. Because I'm old bull.
And so it's going to have a whole new intro, whole new background, no news, no politics.
Yes.
So,
anyway. Unless it's oddball. And then we'll bring it up. But other than that, it's and it'll be even, if a viewer happens to want to discuss a topic. I know we tried this before with Conformity Antidote, but we do it again.
Yeah, and it went
right
down the track.
But we're always it's going to be, the show isn't going to be set in any type of stone. It's just going to be a very fluid show, very off the wall show, and we hope it's something that everybody likes. And then you'll still have the very the nice political thing the following week for everybody to vent in anger and stuff like that.
It's not really for vent. It's really just
discussion.
It's relating information that's going on that people don't seem to understand that's going on, or because they watch this freaking liberal ass news crap, they don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, read the New York Slimes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, because you watch NBC, CNN, all this stuff, it's all liberal crap. So I bring you, and like we've said before, we did on this show, which I'm going to be doing on my new show, which actually the name it's going to be called True Metal, Mettle. If you don't know what that means, look it up. And anyway, but we're just I will do like we did here. I will do my research, which I always do, to make sure I'm bringing you something that is correct and is not just from one side to the other and just all this other bullshit. All right. So anyway, that's what that show's about. Return to Bedlam is going to be a little odd and maybe a little creepy at times, and this and the other.
Yes.
Because we probably will get a little more into the horror and, I don't know, horror genre, creepy, weird.
Little, yes.
Yeah.
And cheeky,
a little
creepy.
cheeky monkey.
Cheeky monkey.
Right. And our sound effects, we might have a little bit more
right.
Weird,
bizarre stuff.
Bizarre stuff.
So
anyway, so the only thing I want to say is I want to thank everybody that supported this show, that everybody that tuned in to watch it every week. We probably wouldn't last this long if you guys weren't watching. So I appreciated everybody, and I appreciate the support. And I will miss this little. I mean, we're gonna have a new show, but I'll miss a little bit of this because it's how we started and this, that, and the other. But again, just want to thank everybody, and we'll have to be seeing you really soon.
Yes, go ahead. Take. Oh no, leave
Miss Palmer.
So we can choose, even though you got the date wrong.
Yeah, no.
Thanks, Debbie.
Miss Debbie, yeah,
for pointing that out.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I needed that.
I do want to echo the same thing. It's been a great run. We did this started the show just for fun, for little laughs or whatever. Kind of grown. Probably sometimes it grew a little bit more than we were expecting it to. And we were very grateful for it. We're grateful for you all there.
It's a little ebb and flow.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's not really a sad occasion because while Conformity Antidote's going away, We're still going to be around. We're just metamorphosing to another show. We're just branching out. We're just growing, and hopefully you go and you can come grow with us.
Yes.
Come along with this next journey. And you know what? Probably a lot of you are going to turn in next week, and you're going to be like, "Oh my God!" And we'll never see you again. So, and that's fine. That's no, it's not. It's not fun. You just need to stay with us, really, please. But anyway, so yeah, Conformity Antidote is the start, and it was Reverend Cuz's brainchild, and this, and we're just going to we're just putting it down, and then we're just expanding on. We're taking Conformity Antidote and expanding on it.
Yeah, put it down.
Yeah, put it down. So
thank
anyway,
you, Miss Jen. Thank you, Miss Vivian.
yes, thank you, Mr. Jericho, and everybody else
That was
that's
loyal.
been watching. That'll be continuing to watch, I'm sure, on our next show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, one thing we'll bring up too is Return to Bedlam. Basically, the shows will be every 2 weeks. So Return to Bedlam we'll have next week, and then it'll be on again in 2 weeks, and then the following week will be heavy metal with 2 T's. Not
True metal.
True metal. I'm sorry. True metal with 2 T's. Will be on the following weekend, so
Yes.
it'll be like once that
Actually, it will not be on the weekend. We will be. So it'll start out as recording. We're going to record it until my co-host feels more and more comfortable that we can do live.
Oh.
We're actually going to spit. So we can talk about that later.
Okay.
But anyway, so that will be coming out on Wednesdays, Wednesday evenings.
Okay.
But it won't be live, so you can watch it from Wednesday on whenever you feel like watching it. So.
Okay. All right, I did know that, man. I learned something.
Well, because I kept you out of the loop because you're not on the show.
I know.
Piss off.
I'm not. Piss off. He did too. Tell me to piss off. So
2P.
2P off.
But anyway, thanks everybody, and I love you guys. And
Yes. And we're going to
thanks
go
for
out.
being here.
Yes. And we're going to do this a little bit. And we're going to close this show appropriately, like we have done almost every single Conformity Antidote show. Shuggy. Oh, get out, you stupid American.
You fat round-eyed
You're
bastard.
both you two fat.
It's
You
about-
you know more reverend and deacon than I am priest. Oh.
I seen you at Hop Singing Baby Lee.
Yeah, Bambi Lee. Oh, Bambi Lee. We forgot to talk about Bambi Lee and
Damn.
we missed another story. Darn it.
Maybe we'll bring it up on the new show.
We'll bring it up on the new
Baby
show.
Lee gets killed or some shit. I
Yeah,
don't
there
know.
you go. Yes.
Anyway, but
So, goodbye, everybody.
we love y'all.
Love you all, and we will see you all on our new show, Return to Bedlam. I tell you what, watch the intro. It's awesome.